Zion. He said, when they ask us to sing to them, that's one of the songs of Zion. We say, no, how can we sing love songs in a strange land? Please give me volume. It's like I'm not hearing myself. Praise God. So the issue is this. The same place, as you say, the same place that people were weeping and crying is the same place someone was hearing God. And what somebody heard from God differentiated him from the weepings of other people. If you check the word Cheba from the original root word, it means abundance. It's a port. Cheba is a port city. It means abundance. It means to be many. It means plentiful. So by the rivers of abundance, rivers also connote abundance. Rivers connote unending source of supply. So by the same place where there's abundance, other people are weeping. Now the difference between the one who excelled and the one who is still weeping is what the one who excelled heard from God. Ghana is not difficult. For information, somebody bought a new car today. Somebody bought a new house today. For information for that. Somebody might have bought the current iPhone 14 and the current Samsung today. To just that somebody. Ghana is not difficult. No. You are weeping. People are weeping because they are not hearing. When Jesus meets men who are weeping, he doesn't say sorry you. No, he says weep not. What you hear determines what happens to you. When Jesus meets the weeping people, he tells them weep not, meaning he speaks a word to them. Weep not. So in the same place where others are weeping, somebody heard the voice of God that differentiated him in a generation. Camping around the voice of God, where you can hear his voice, where you can hear his word, is the greatest asset in the time of drought. By the same river where others are weeping, Ezekiel sat down there among them. They were all captives, and his ears heard the voice of God. The question now is, when they now bundle all the captives and we're dealing with them, those days when they bundle you as a captive, they deal with you. What about Ezekiel? Ezekiel's story continued. Did you get that? Ezekiel's story continued all through his book. Why? Because of what he heard from God, he didn't suffer the mutilations of those guys. He was differentiated. He was exempted by the voice he had. If you are weeping, it's because you are not hearing. I've always said that God doesn't comfort a man by saying sorry. That is the way of men. God comforts men by bringing about a testimony that makes you forget about the sorrow. So when God met this man called Ezekiel, he spoke certain words to him that exempted him in the time of weeping, in the time of challenges. That is not a time to not be complaining. Hey, God is hard though. Hey, things are difficult. So if you say, Bible says, say ye not a confederacy with those that say a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear. Ghana is not hard. Ghana is not hard. If Muhammad come, we enjoy. When he was here, what did you enjoy? What did he give you? Nothing. They are busy looking out for themselves. And it's normal. If they put me there, I'll see myself first. It's like that. If they put you there today as president of Ghana, you know what you do? You know what you do? You will sort out yourself first. It's just the human nature to look out for himself first. It takes a spirit to override you to look at others first before you. Even with that one, you will still look out for yourself. To have campaigned from 92 to today, you think it's money? Won't you recover his monies? I don't blame the man. I don't blame anybody. If you are suffering, you are to blame. You are the one. Yeah, you are the one. Whether you shout from here to Nyangpala, Akufo will not hear you. Shout, put megaphone by the roadside, call it. In fact, go to the first house and be shouting. Police will just carry you for nothing. He will not hear you. You say, okay, yeah, I will talk to him about him on radio. He will not hear you. Oh boy, the life we live is a jungle life. You better wake up and learn how to secure your own personal exemption by what we hear from God. Ezekiel was among the captives by the river Chebar, and he heard a voice. The voice he heard distinguished him from the woes of the season. If you are not hearing, you will be among the sufferers. Sufferhead is simply a head that's not heard from God. To be distinguished, thank you for that powerful insight. To be distinguished, make sure you are hearing something from God. In the midst of trouble, what you do is not to complain. Lord, what are you saying? What are you saying? In that room on Friday, I saw what I don't know how to describe it. Either they were losing baby or losing mother, and they were pulling me like tug of war. The midwives were confused. That's, if you leave your hand in the hand, if you leave your life in the hand of medical doctors, you are at risk. And I look at how they are doing this child, and I said, Jesus, these people want to kill this boy. Then from my spirit man came the word of the Lord. The God of conception is the God of delivery. And I said, okay, it's gone, it's done. If you don't know how to hear from God, you will be suffering what others are suffering. Many people suffer not because of anything. They are being caged. Like I have said here before, that the church is not a warehouse. The church is a production plant where we raise men and release them. If your experience of God end up with a man of God, sir, you are unfortunate. I will keep saying this thing. Some men of God may not like me. If all you know about God is all I've taught you, you are very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. If all you know about God, sir, the story of this man, Samuel was with Eli. God came calling, and Samuel was hearing Eli's voice. Why? Samuel's experience of God ended up with Eli, a man. But thank God Eli was smart. If it were to be the men of God of today, will tell you he's me calling you, they will cage you themselves. The voice of Jehovah came calling, and then the boy had to run because Samuel was not raised to recognize the voice of Jehovah. So his experience of God, what he knows about God, was all that Eli taught him. Thank God for teaching priests, but boy, thank God for adventuring believers. Adventuring believers. If you don't, I've been saying this thing. They got a 1 day, got a 1 year, got a 1 year. I got that one September 2017. The one that came February 10, 2023 is what? The God of conception is the God of delivery. So nothing happened between. The same God who put it there. I said, God, they don't know how it got there. How can they know how it came out? I was at rest. You don't know God. My desire is that a people I lead will all know God. No, we all know God. We will know God. You will find some things in God. I will ask you, come and teach me those things. Why? You have gone into God yourself. All this church membership, okay, come and you are a member. Nobody is your member. No. You will never hear from my mouth, my people. Never. You are not my people. You are God's people. Never my people, my members. No, you are God's people. I am only privileged to be a priest. A priest walks like a midwife. After delivery, you hand over the baby to the mother. God is their mother. So after the midwife, who is the pastor, after you have raised the people, hand them over to their mother, to God. Let them take an adventure to explore God. That is my heart cry. Father, don't let anybody's experience of God end with me. Let me be an open door where men will pass through to take an adventure in you. So all this, your membership thing. It's not God. It's not God. Jesus never had a member. He had men he has raised for the world. It's not about to be a member. But if your experience ends up as a member, you are unfortunate. You are unfortunate. Everybody has the equal potential to know God. How much of it, how much your pastor drives you to pursue that, and how much you accept responsibility to drive that. I can teach on this thing you're talking about, you spoke about now for the whole time. How much of it to drive determines how much of God you capture for yourself. We were talking today in a house, and then my mother said something, and I said, you know something? He said, oh, even this big man advises that. And I said, even if you should 10 minutes, I won't agree with him. You agree with my father? If Maokakota say, okay, this one, go and do it, I'll tell you what, God, it's a lie. I will not agree with him on that one. Is he wrong? No. But by God's personal dealing with me, I have touched God on that matter. He might not touch God on it. I have touched God on it. So what differentiates you from men? What differentiates from your colleagues is not about, okay, I'm older, I'm younger, I'm fatter, I have beer, like our apostle here. No, that's not it. What differentiates you is the dimension of God you capture yourself. Many members of churches have touched zero about God. They don't know God. My brother was telling me yesterday that if I had told him this whole situation, he would have advised me and deflated my faith. I just laughed. How can he deflate my faith in the first place? My faith is as concrete as heaven is concrete. A man, no God. No God. Richard, no God. Explore God. No God. Personally, God told me. God showed me. Me and God discussed. Me and God talk about it. I said, Lord, it's not this what you told me about. So you gave me the name of this child before this child was conceived. So if these people do something here, the name gave me hanging in the air. No God. All this, okay. I have a very powerful pastor. Are you a powerful child of God?